On this episode of Ladies First, the panel tries to break down how men and women really choose each other until the angry man steps in and the whole conversation shifts.
Most women don't just go after bad boys.
We don't look for
bad boys.
The boys
we don't
are not
look for bad boys. We just look for the attraction and hope they got nice qualities inside of that attraction.
The women defend themselves, but Angerman isn't buying it, and he brings the high school receipts.
Come on. I remember high school. I was a bad boy. I remember high school. And I remember who got play and who didn't.
From there, the debate explodes. What men overlook, what women overlook, and who's actually telling the truth.
We're literally opposites, to the point where a man will overlook a woman's behavior because of how she looks, and a woman will overlook a man's looks because of how he behaves. We're literally the opposite.
Last week on Ladies First.
So girls are doing the same thing as men. Basically, we're looking at the physical attraction just like men. So why would we be any different?
That's all you're looking at?
No, we look for the good. We look for the good in men. We look for the good, likable qualities in men, regardless of whether they're edgy or not.
Okay,
women
we're not looking for any qualities.
I think that's where the disconnect comes in.
In the teenage years, we're not looking for any qualities. We're not. And that's the only reason. See, that's why I said there's a difference. Teenage girls will actively go after the bad boy. They'll see a boy that smokes, he's outside of school smoking or whatever, or doing something he's not supposed to do. They'll actively go after that.
Most women don't just go after bad boys. The boys are not. The boys don't look for bad boys. We just look for the attraction and hope they got nice qualities inside of that attraction. Yeah, that's what most women look at. We don't go out and say, I want to date the bad boy. No, we look for the good qualities in that bad boy too. We look for him to be nice. We look for him to be supportive. Every guy we get involved with, we look for him to do that. We don't just walk out the door and say, I just want to deal with the bad boy.
Okay, so here's the problem with this, right? And HQ, shame on you. I remember high school.
No.
And I was come on. I remember high school. I was a bad boy. I remember high school. And I remember who got play and who didn't. Okay, so we not gonna sit here. See, this is why men.
No, you all are making it seem though it's some funny dynamic that women are physically attracted to men.
I would love to be able to finish a sentence.
Go ahead.
Love to be able to finish.
So let us talk too. Okay.
No, because here's the problem. Let you talk. You're the one that interrupted me.
Because we can't get in.
You've been. See, this is where the problem comes in.
We're not going to have the meta conversation. Angry Man finished the point, and HQ went interrupted. Go ahead.
No, this is where the problem is. The problem is every time. This is why men do not trust women, because every time y'all come on the internet, you're lying to try to avoid everybody revealing how goofy you are. You're goofy. You're goofy as hell. And what you do is you jump up here on the internet trying to keep the lie alive. We're literally opposites, to the point where a man will overlook a woman's behavior because of how she looks, and a woman will overlook a man's looks because of how he behaves. We're literally the opposite. Literally.
I have a question for the guys. When was your first heartbreak?
20. Self-inflicted.
Middle school.
12.
Oh,
12.
wow, your heart was broken when you were 12 years old.
What's the point?
I thought you didn't care about women's personalities, though.
There is no point.
What?
There is no point.
How would your heart be broken if you didn't want?
I think the biggest disconnect.
Let's pause for a second. I'm pretty sure, and we can rewind the tape. I'm pretty sure I said verbatim that a teenage boy is just looking at the aesthetic of the teenage girl until after he gets her.
So how would your heart be broken?
And then once he gets her, Is she listen? Does she?
Okay,
She has
so
ears, right?
after you get her, then you fall in love with her.
She has ears, right? She has ears, right? See, the reason why you didn't hear me say that is because you're waiting to respond instead of actually listening to me. I'm going to repeat what I said again. And this time, let me finish the full sentence, and then you can respond.
All right,
I'm pretty sure that I said a teenage boy is initially looking at the aesthetic of the girl. He's not thinking about her personality until after they get together, and then he gets to know her.
Okay, you didn't say that. You didn't say the after part before. You just said that.
Y'all remember me saying that?
Yes, and
we can rewind the tape.
And I'm saying to you, women respond the same way, except we don't take physical attraction as the main factor. We look at whether he's nice, whether he has a personality. We look at all of those things when we get involved with men.
Right.
We just don't get involved with men because they're bad boys. We get involved with them because of other things too. But the attraction, the initial attraction, is always there too.
No, but that was not the original point. That was not the original point. The original point that y'all accused him of saying was men like bad women too. Men like women with bad personalities too. An angry man replied, no, we don't focus on that. We focus on how she looks. It's not about her being having a bad personality or a toxic personality. No man sees an attractive woman and says, either she's toxic or boring. She's boring. I don't want her. That doesn't happen. That's what he said. That's the original point. So why don't you actually tackle these points? Why don't you actually say, why are men in
Now HQ knows that is pretty much BS that she's talking, because here's the thing, right? Your women are literally going for guys who look a certain way, and they understand that hey, this person might be leading a life that I probably shouldn't be a part of, but these same women think that they can change these type of men, which is why a lot of them deal with them. And then they get upset when this man turns out to be that very man that people tell them not to deal with. Once he turns out to be that guy, now all of a sudden, let me go ahead and create a TikTok story. Let me tell y'all how bad this man is. Let me tell y'all how, ain't-ish this man is as a father. Just because he's funny and charming still doesn't mean he's a good guy to be around if he's constantly in the streets. And once again, these women just try to play mind games as if we don't see it. Like, come on, bro, cut it out. Grow up, HQ. If that was the case, then so many women would freaking love to be with Jeffrey Dahmer, even though he was getting a bunch of letters from women while in prison. That's wild. That's wild. Ted Bundy, same thing. He was getting a bunch of love letters from women while in prison. So women naturally, right? Women will naturally gravitate towards your bad guys. Your guy, Luigi, or whatever his name is, the dude who popped one of the insurance owners. Once again, look at all your black women who were sitting over here just glazing, bro. Just glazing, dude, because of how he looks. Women love bad guys, but yet you're gonna have people like HQ who are trying to give women a pass and trying to make excuses. And it's like, there's no excuse that you can make, buddy. A lot of y'all women deal with bad boys in hopes, right? In hopes that this guy is different to you than they are with other people. This is why you tend to see a lot of black women saying, hey, well, listen, I want me a hood guy, but I want him to be nice to me, cuddly with me, respects me, but he's a demon out there in the streets. I'm telling y'all, bro, women are, they contradictory, boy. These women will contradict themselves in a heartbeat. Hence why you end up seeing a lot of your black women being single mothers, because they bypass all the red flags in hopes that this man changed for them, right? But it never happens. And this is why you get so many TikTok stories, made up TikTok stories. But let's continue.
Where are these men that meet this attractive woman at 12, 14, 16, 20, 25, 30, 40, and as soon as they see that she's not a bad girl or she's not a toxic girl, they said, nah, I don't want to fuck Amber Rose because she's a good girl. Who is this? Who is this person?
There are dudes, just to prove this, there are guys that would be considered normal, average, everyday guys. They're not ugly. They're not super handsome. They're just regular guys. The moment that woman identifies him as being lame or corny, she's no longer attracted to him.
Facts.
She's no longer attracted to him. So how do you explain that? I know numerous times there have been guys that a woman would see and they'll be like, oh, he's physically attractive. I was really attracted to him until he started talking.
So you're telling me there's not guys. You're telling me there's not guys who date pretty women and then aren't attracted to them anymore once they realize they have a terrible personality.
That's the opposite of what you said.
Are you serious?
That's the opposite of what you said, Ghosty. They're listening to you. Hey, Ghosty.
Are you serious?
Hey, Angry Man. Go sign me on this. Go on. A lot of men think that the lame woman is cute. Like, you go to these anime conventions and you see these women that are semi-attractive, but that are a little bit like lame. They don't have a personality per se. A man will get a woman that is cute and has a kind of a lame personality, and he says, "Oh my God, she's so cute. I'm going to have that." Right? Woman have the opposite reaction. If the man is, even if the man is attractive, like Angry Man is saying, and he opens his mouth and he's lame, y'all do the oh my God, this motherfucker is right here.
Hey, like, Fatty, what is it they say? You get the ick.
I've literally heard guys say that there is a super hot girl that he will talk to. As soon as he talks to her, if she sounds like a fucking dimbo or she's really annoying or something, he's immediately turned off by her. She could be a fucking 10, but if she's stupid and fucking annoying, he doesn't want to be with her anymore.
That's because she didn't give him any. That was his excuse because he wasn't able to get laid.
Okay.
That was his excuse because he wasn't able to get laid. Because look, I guarantee you, if you take that same guy with that same chick that he thought was smoking hot, and she had a nasty attitude, but regardless, or she was ditzy, but regardless, she was like, hey, you want to go in this bathroom and do it? Guess what's going to happen? Guess what's going to happen?
It is true to an extent that, like, there's the men and women are looking at different things. So, like, obviously when, like, the idea that men hit on women is that, like, they have to walk up and ask for their phone numbers, and they have to, like, you know, go up to the woman, though, like, they're looking at a woman just to see if she's attractive. That's what's going to make him go up and ask her for her phone number or ask her for a date. Whereas the woman, she's waiting to see how he asks her out. She wants to see how he drops a line, or if he's like, you know, if he's smart, or if he has, if he's funny or something like that. She wants, like, some more personality. She wants more to it. The guy just needs to see somebody who's attractive enough, and that's enough for him to ask her out. But I do think that, like, there's more after that that has to.
Let me ask you this, Tom. Let me ask you this, Tom. Let me ask you this question and be totally honest. Now, the social dynamic between,
once again, guys, listen, guys, they don't mind. They don't mind dealing with a woman who's a 5, who's a 6, who's a 7. Even Stephen A. Smith would tell you this.
You want a strong 7. Let me tell you why. 10, fine as all body, looking fine, everything like that, got it going on. Too much maintenance. A 9, that's a problem too. Because you got enough people telling her she's a 10, so half of them acting that way. And by the way, the ones that ain't acting that way still require more from you than what others might. You got to be up on your game. That's problematic. 8, that's ideal, because that's really, really good looking. She got it going on. But at the same time, there's a level of independence, which is never a bad thing, until she's so independent that she's making you feel like you need to be more dependent on her. And too much time that's wasting away where you're not feeling like that dude. You're feeling like a dude, not that dude. Here's where the strong 7 comes in. She can compete with an 8, but her mentality is not that of an 8. So she's more appreciative of you wanting her. Therefore, she treats you like she wants you. As a result, y'all have more.
I've always lived by the code of, man, listen, I only want your average looking women. Men will tell other men, only date your 5s, your 6s, your 7s, maybe your 8s, because once you start getting 9s and 10s, those are high maintenance. Those are not the ones that you want to deal with. But you don't ever hear women saying, hey, well, listen, nah, you want to go for one of the nerds. Nah, you want to go for one of the lame guys. They don't say that shit until they have already been ran through, until they have already been made a single mother multiple times, until they've already been married over a gazillion times because they just can't keep a marriage. This is the only time you will start to hear them say, well, you know what? let me go ahead and start dealing with the guy, man, who's a lame. Oh, there's nothing wrong with lames. But there was something wrong with lames when they were trying to holler at you when you were in high school, when you were in college. But wait, aren't these the same women that mature faster than men, that are smarter than men, or this, that, or that? And then you should at least have enough smarts to understand that, hey, this guy right here that might be a little cornball, that might be doing theater, he's going to be the best one for me. But they don't ever think that way, right? Which is why I don't believe in the women are smarter, the women got more degrees. Get out of here. Well, they maybe have more degrees, right? But smarter, please. Nigga, they haven't even freaking built their damn building here in America whatsoever. But yeah, it's just a fact that, listen, a lot of you guys, they will shoot for 5s to 7s. We do not mind settling with those women, especially if they have a body. We care about personality. But of course, and then you got people like Tom. Tom, bro, he's just a simp, bro. Tom, they will love him up in prison. If anything, anytime I see Tom, this is what I think of.
Now you don't have to like it, but sorry, I was distracted by that fine right there. What's your name, fine?
What's
your name?
Don't think that's
Tom. Okay, now let's talk about Tom. Tom is the type of nigga that gives us wet dreams up in here. Medium brown, soft features, tall and in shape, but still soft and squishy.
Huh? Tom just got his manhood test, and he failed. He should have knocked my head off. And you know what that means, don't you? Tom, you getting raped.
Between the way men date and the way women date is drastically different for one very specific reason. A guy will look at a woman and he's attracted to the way she looks. He's not really worried about her personality in that moment, in the initial thing. He can get to know her and all that. He's just focused on how good she looks. Would you say that the reason why a woman is going to be more heavily focused on his mentality over his looks is because he has the ability to kill her?
I think that it's a number of
if
factors.
She picks
but I
the
think
wrong, if she pick, what I'm saying is
that's obviously part of it. But I think the main factor is that she's looking for like somebody who's generally the idea is that women are going to be looking for.
What I'm saying is that
being like a protector or somebody who's able to like take care of them, somebody who has good character, and so that's probably part of it.
But what I'm saying is, if you're in a bar, if you're a woman in a bar, and you women can correct me if I'm wrong. If you're a woman in a bar and a guy approaches you, you're going to be paying attention to his personality traits to make sure he's not a psycho. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so the point that I've been trying to make this entire time is that we as men, one, we don't have to focus on that. We don't have to focus on that. Dudes date chicks that are psychos all the time. All the time. And the reason why they're willing to do it is you could ask a guy like, oh my God, she's crazy. Why are you talking to her? And he'll be like, look at her.
I like crazy chicks though.
Look at her. Look at her.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Some guys are attracted to the toxic, crazy chicks, though. This is like a common
some
trope.
men love fat woman.
Of course, she has to be attractive too, but like, some guys like crazy chicks.
Some men love 300-pound woman, 600-pound woman. That doesn't disprove the point that men love attractive woman or woman that are in shape. Huh?
So doesn't
it's still a trope, just as much as
no. Ghosty. This is we have to talk we have to talk with each other in the same language, right? You will always find in nature somebody that does something men like their balls stomped by dominatrix, right? That doesn't prove that most men like that. There's a very small
trope,
no,
when
but
I
yeah,
say trope, I'm saying
there's
it's common.
Yes, but there's a very small niche of men. If you go to men in mass, 100 men, and you say you want to marry a peaceful woman or you want to marry a toxic woman, most men would not reply like Tom. Most men will say, give me the peaceful woman 1,000 times out of 1,000. That's what we do. We understand that there's fun woman that we are with them for a very short period, and we understand that's actually the woman that we kind of like and we love and will die for them, which is the peaceful woman, the woman that is taking care of your kids, is being respectful and all that. Just because Tom likes a toxic woman doesn't that mean that most men will actually go for her. He understands he's on a minority. Isn't that fair?
Well,
I don't see the difference. Go ahead.
You don't see the difference?
No, let HQ go. You're never gonna.
No, I was going to address a different point. You all made it seem as though women date bad boys, so they're going to look for the bad boy. But isn't the argument that Angry Man just made undercutting that whole thing? You say we go for bad boys, the toxic guy, the guy that's all, the troll guy. That's not true. Just like Angry Man said, we have to figure out whether that person has a bad personality, there's badness to him, there's something that will bring danger to us. We are always looking at that. So no, we do not go for the bad guy. It's a part of an attraction. No.
That was clever. That was clever.
Exactly.
That was clever. That was clever. It was clever that you did that. But as I stated before, y'all are goofy. And I'll give you a prime example. If I were to walk up to you, HQ, if let's say me and you were in a relationship, HQ, let's say that we were at a Christmas party, right? And I walked up to you and just started choking the shit out of you. You'd be like, what the hell is wrong with you? Get your hands off me. Why are you doing that? But if we in the bedroom, I can choke the shit out of you. So the reality is that y'all try to find a happy medium. So when I said you're trying to make sure the dude isn't psycho, that has nothing to do with him being toxic. Those are two different things. You can be toxic and not be psycho, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. So don't try to do that, because you know what I'm talking about. You want the guy that's gonna go right to the edge of being psycho, but not go over the cliff. And that's how y'all be getting in trouble, because you be getting with the guy that's toxic and you think he won't take it all the way there. You think he won't go full psycho. And then when y'all relationships start going bad and he go full psycho, you're like, I can't believe he did this. What was the clue? The fact that you met him in a bar and he was beating the crap out of somebody and you found it sexy?
But we do not specifically go for the bad guys. We do not do that.
HQ, y'all date drug dealers. Wait, HQ.
Yeah,
HQ.
but we still look for kindness. We still look for support. We still look for people who
the guys in high school that y'all went after was the class clown that didn't do his work in class. The guy that got to fighting in the locker room or got to fighting in the hallway, the guy that was smoking cigarettes or weed in the bathroom that's out there where the football field is at. All of the bad boys. Y'all did not go for the guys. Y'all did not. Yo, check this out. No, hold on.
Hold on. Wait.
Y'all did not. Wait a minute. Y'all did not go for the guys. You did not go for the guys that were at lunch playing Magic the Gathering.
I understand what you're saying.
Exclusive though. Doing that is not mutually exclusive from a nice guy.
To HQ's point, the most attractive part is when these bad boys treat specifically you nice. That
I told you that.
That's what he said.
Special. Okay.
That's what he said. He said, y'all going to get these guys that are dangerous and mean to everybody, but they are nice to you, and you are going to be so close to the edge that then when these motherfuckers start to act like them with you, now you mad because it's what it is. And by the way, respectfully, hey, 1 second. Bob, just 1 second. I'm going to play this, right? Y'all are full of shit, man. I understand what's going on.
I never denied that women went after bad boys. I'm just saying that guys do the same thing, and then they end up in a crazy situation with a crazy chick, and they're like, wow, I wonder why she ended up doing this to me. And it's you ignored the signs because she was hot.
Ghosty, you saying men do the same thing doesn't deny what?
Okay, so I mean, you're talking about a small group of men who try to sit here and shoot for 10s, 9s, and 8s. Like, come on, bro. Even the guys who were freaking running through women back in college. When you look at the women now, they're a bunch of 5, 6, and 7s, right? Because it's, once again, you will find more peace from a 5, 6, and a 7 than you would a 9 and a 10. Why? Because these 9s and 10s, they think once again, pretty privileged, right? Entitlement, because they have so many men sit up here, oh, you're beautiful, you're this, let me do this, let me do that. They then sit here and think that, hey, well, listen, the man that truly needs to be with me, hey, I'm better than. Like, nah. This is why your guys will say, well, I'd rather just go ahead and deal with your 6, deal with your 5. This is why your 5, 6, and 7s are better than your 9s and 10s who can't even do much. Once again, overall, men are looking for somebody who is compatible. Somebody like Ghosty, I mean, like once you start hearing a woman saying, well, y'all men look for the same thing. Well, y'all men do this. Well, y'all men, they've already lost an argument. They've already lost an argument because why are you even bringing that up? What does that have to do with the conversation at hand? Right, and once again, we can always talk about, oh, well, y'all men look for 9s and y'all men look for the best of the best. No, we don't. We've debunked that. We can even show you. We got videos of men telling other men deal with 6, 7, and 8s. Now, is it true that there are some guys who will sit over here and go deal with, these bad chicks and get bad outcomes? For sure, right? But overall, right, because you're talking about a small group, we're talking about overall. Overall, men are going to go ahead and shoot for your average looking women. Facts.
Women do. You say women don't do that.
Yeah, and I never denied it.
What women do.
You say women don't do that, and then you flip it to men do the same thing. You have to.
I never said women don't do that. I said women are attracted to bad boys when they're young. Yeah.
Okay. So let's do this, right? I'm going to play this, and shout out to Lucky for joining the panel. And then I need to get Roses, please. Please, Rose. Rose, be quiet. We have to read the super chats, and then we go back to the show. Okay. Listen to this.
And HQ definitely dated for
women and.
No, she didn't. She was a kept woman. Let's go to the video, please.
I have this much respect for women, and I was liking this girl in Tam. She told me I was too nice. I couldn't believe it.
We don't learn the
This is a great example of what women do. This man was a actor, and he was nice, and he was a feminist, and he was awesome, and he loved women, and nobody gave him play. As soon as he flipped into the meanest motherfucker on the planet, everybody, so sexy, look at him.
Like, and they was throwing their draws at him. He couldn't, he had to beat him off with a stick. He couldn't
listen, like
I still don't see the difference.
Like the question is, and like he literally is saying, like there's a moment in Tupac live that he says, like just a year ago I was in this nightclub and I couldn't get no play. I was too skinny. I was too this. I was too that. They would give me no play. And the same woman on the same nightclub, they can't even stand be next to me without me. He's the same person. Once again, he's the prototype. You know why a lot of times men become bad men? Because they understand that's what women want. Yep. They will go towards the nice route. Oh, I'm going to buy her flowers and I'm going to be nice. And then they will see a picture on Instagram of that woman saying, Miss and Miss, Mr. and Miss such and such and such, and they go look at the profile of the dude, and the dude is nothing has nothing to do with nice. And now I'm a hunter. I'm trying to get the gazelle, and I keep missing and failing, and I'm a lion, and Scar is getting all the woman. Mother Scar. I'm Mufasa trying to get woman. I get nothing.
Yeah, Fatty, that is what she's saying. That she's saying that Ghosty's saying that like the bad boy stereotype is something that's attractive, especially when he seems like he's a mean guy, but then he's nice to her. That makes her special. It makes her feel special, and that's something that is like especially attractive.
But the flaw in her argument.
This is the last question, and Rose gets interrupted. That's sorry, Rose. Tom, give me the same for a man. You have this woman that was a beautiful woman when she was young. And she was a good girl. She was a nice woman. She was a respectful woman. And man was giving her no play. And as soon as she became a baddie, and when I say baddie, it's not on the physical traits, it's become a toxic woman. So men were like, oh, I wasn't going with her just because she was beautiful, but it was boring. But now she's toxic. I want her. Who is this person? Who is this woman?
That's
doesn't exist.
That's what Ghosty is saying.
The comparison would be the good girl.
That's just not easy to see, because when we're talking about like the stereotype of a guy, we can kind of see this in like the way he dresses, the way he carries himself, the way that he acts, the way he treats other people. Whereas like a woman who like turns 21 and ends up getting diagnosed with BPD and like that, we can't see this in like her Instagram pictures or her Facebook pictures.
Oh, yes, you can.
It's not as simple.
Oh, yes, you can.
Okay.
It's called a septum ring. It's called a chest tattoo. There's a whole bunch of shit. There's a whole bunch of shit you can see. You can tell when a woman is just pure toxicity. And the point that Fatty's trying to make is that you don't see, you're not gonna, okay, you could have a guy that is a fairly good-looking guy, but he goes to school. He grew up in a good household, so he goes to school, he gets good grades, he does what he's supposed to do. Women will identify him as a lame and a cornball, right? Now, when he gets older, if he decides to switch it up and be more thugged out and be more edgy or whatever, then all of a sudden the women will start giving him play, right?
Yes.
Now, on the flip side, if you have a girl in school that goes to school, gets good grades, she's a pretty girl, dudes are still going to try to talk to her. They're not tripping about her getting good grades. They're not tripping about her being on the honor roll. They ain't tripping about that because they find her attractive.
Yes.
If you have a good average girl, an average girl who's a good girl, she's a conservative Christian, good straight A student, and there's a hotter chick who is more toxic. You literally said all the guys go for is attraction. So the guys are going to pass up. The guys are going to pass.
Ghosty, you are not going to sleep that there. That is hotter. You're not going to sleep that there. These women are the same woman. Don't say that the toxic woman is hotter. Angry Man is saying he
literally said an average. I'm giving the exact same example. He said an averagely attractive guy is going to be passed up for the bad boy.
Hey, fellas, and please, Rose next. Fellas, correct me if I'm wrong. The only thing that's going to make a man not looking at a woman when she's 20 and then looking at a woman when she's 28 is the late bloomer. Yep. She was the ugly duckling. She was a woman that didn't got the curves or the looks, and all of a sudden she has the what do you call the something season, like the
glow up
season, and now all of a sudden she gets a little bit juicier. She knows how to do makeup better. She has them up like she grew her hair, and now men now are looking at her. Isn't this correct? That is literally based on looks.
And then on top of that, dudes don't typically go and try to find a bad girl or the toxic bad type to try to piss off their parents. They usually want to bring a girl home that their mother likes, or at least they hope she likes her. Most of the time she doesn't, but they're not actively pursuing. Girls will actively pursue the bad boy. Dudes are not actively pursuing the bad girl. They can end up with a bad girl because she's good looking, but they weren't actively pursuing the bad part. That's the point we're trying to make.
And Ghosty, just to make sure that do you agree with us, Ghosty, that the deciding factor between a woman doesn't have no play at 18, but having play at 28 is the fact that she became more physically attractive. Can we agree with that, Ghosty?
Wait, what?
Wow.
Hold up, don't slide yet. I got a feeling you'll like this one or this. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and join the Patreon. Link is in the description below. See you soon.
Once again, guys, anytime a woman starts to talk about something, oh, well, y'all do the same thing, y'all this, y'all that, understand they've already lost an argument and understand that they are arguing in bad faith. Do me a huge favor, man. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel. Till the next one.